Welcome back, everyone, to another Friday live stream in American Truck Simulator. Before we get started on our journey, and I'll give you all the info on that. First, let's recognize folks who are here early and on time. Phantom 6767, Ken Beard, Lowrider, Bamf, and Jaffo here early. Trucker Kitty, Vigner was here early. Drive was sort of here early. Says he's wrestling with a washing machine. So, Drive, do you have a special wrestling name? Lobo 1G is here. Wheelchair Gamer is here. Nicholas is here. That's Triple XN. Trucker John is here. Nightbot is here. So watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key and don't spit out too many emojis or Nightbot will get you. Wiz Nation is here. He's here. He's not her. He's here. Nice. Okay. Let me do some quick shout outs for flatbedders and then we'll move along. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, is not with me today. He's doing, I don't know what he's doing today, but he's not, he has family stuff going on anyway. Bill Welburn, Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023. Maybe Lurch will show up in the audience later. We'll see. Nicholas Triple XN, Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for January 2026, and our top American truck and Euro truck driver for all of 2025. Quite the accomplishment. Captain Minnesota, Omega Trucking, our top American truck driver for January 2024. Trucker Kitty, Norwegian trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025, and our top ATS driver for all of 2023. Chasmified, Johnny Hansen, Lobo 1G, our top Euro truck driver for July 2025. Hugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. Phantom 6767, our top Euro truck driver for October 2024. Wim 55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Thomas Berger is here. Trucker King 2010, David Long, aka Shorty, our top ATS and Euro truck driver for September 2025. And if you didn't already see, you should go check out the Wonky Donkey convoy that Shorty and I did last week. He still got the wonky donkey issues. We had a convoy yesterday in the Discord and he was having issues, unfortunately. Terry Gamer says Cabbage Hill, I-84, how do trucker keep their brakes cool with the hill from keeping them getting hot? Well, you don't use your brakes. You should avoid using your regular brakes going down a hill like that. That's what engine brakes are for. Occasionally, of course, you still have to use the pedal brake, but for the most part, you get yourself set up with the right speed and the right gear and turn on the engine brake. And you just go down, no problem. I have a couple of videos on that, so you should check it out. And I mean real life videos, because I went down Cabbage Hill several times. Okay, just a quick update, and I'll be posting more information in the Discord later on. I have updated information on Pugwash's memorial services, which will be on Thursday, April 2nd. So I'll be posting that. There's we've already got one post with some of the information in the Discord. I'll also be posting the link so that you can watch it or rewatch it over the internet. So I will post that in the Discord. I don't believe I'll post it in here on YouTube. So, all right, let's get to it here. Where are we and where are we going? I think you know where we're going because it's in the name of the, you know, we're in Washington and we're going to Wyoming because that's what the title of the stream is. So, hitting in the trees here, sitting up there like a bird. Let's look at the map. So we're in Port Angeles, Washington. And we're going to take this, what is it? Mulcher. We're going to take this mulcher to Riverton, Wyoming. Yes, to the Liebherr. Near. So we'll be driving across Washington on Interstate 90 and Montana. And then we'll be heading south here at Laurel into Wyoming. So let's get to it. It's not particularly heavy. It's 33,000 pounds of this load. Hoping to get a few hardcore points on this. It is a distance of 1,186 miles. I do have the first stop already planned out, and I already forgot where it was. So let me pull that up real quick. Okay, right after we cross into Montana, or as we cross into. This overpass is right, I think right on the border, or maybe it's back here a little ways. I don't know, but it's not here. That's not where the border is, so it's near there. Hello, Clarence and Mikey Doucette. Welcome to the stream, guys. Yes, the Peterbilt 579 is the Trucky truck of the week. We're going to be driving, well, look at there. We're going to be driving down US Highway 101 on the east side of the Olympic Mountain Range. Oh, I could have been doing some shout outs at those lights. And Abuser is here. Down the shore this weekend? You mean like the Jersey Shore? Discovery Bay. And for those who don't know, that's salt water out there. That's we're really close to the Strait of Juan de Fuca, which connects Puget Sound to the Pacific Ocean. It's probably actually just brackish water. I cannot pronounce that name with an X in it. Xthera, welcome to the stream. Are my lights on? Sure, my lights are on. My lights come on automatically as soon as I start the truck. I don't have the high beams on. Well, I'm speeding. And I just got a ticket. There goes my stars. Well, it wasn't going to be a 5-star run anyway. The headlights are on. I think you've told me that before, that they're, I can't. I'm just gonna call you X. Extra. Alvin James is here. Well, if you think that's bad, wheelchair gamer, I'm still struggling with the idea that it's the 21st century. No, for a lot of you guys, it's always been the 21st century. Yes, and time only gets faster. Thank you, Clarence. Whoops. And we gotta go in. Not shocked. So you've been around a while too, wheelchair gamer. And for those of you that don't know, I spent most of my early years growing up in this area. I've been all over the place here. For Clarence, I'm using a Zeemods engine. I don't remember which one. Oh, forgot the speed limit here is only 60. Yeah, this is where we're going to get on Interstate 90. And head east. And we will be on Interstate 90 all the way to Laurel, Montana. So we're coming up into the Cascade Mountains now. There's actually 3 lanes here. The rightmost lane is for trucks to crawl up the hill in. And then that lake is actually a reservoir behind a dam. When the water is low, you can see tree stumps like those ones that we just passed all over the place. If we get pulled in again. Yep. Road Trip Nerd is here. And let's get trucking through video. Nick, David H74, RD04 Dave, our top ATS driver for March 2023. Douglas Williams, JC Drives, our top Euro truck driver for March 2025. And by the way, what I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream is that this is one of the legs in the 2026 All States Challenge. If you would like to see all the information and the rules for the challenge and the sequence of states, there is a link to the blog article in the description below. Just a brief recap. We're doing all the states in alphabetical order, starting in Nevada. We started our headquarters in Las Vegas, and we go to each state in alphabetical sequence. So we started by going from Las Vegas to New Mexico. And then from New Mexico to Oklahoma. And I'm speeding. And from Oklahoma to Oregon. Oregon to Texas. Texas to Utah. Utah to Washington, which is the run that I did and posted as a video yesterday. And now we're going from Washington to Wyoming. And if you'd like to see what's after that, you can see it in the blog post article that's linked in the description below. This is the last of my coffee today. Wow. So this is the Columbia River. The Columbia River flows south from here and then forms the border between Washington and Oregon. About 2/3 of the border between the two states. There's a scenic view up that hidden road there. There's another scenic view on that side. I stopped there one of my trips in real life and took a series of photos, which I'll share at a later date. Thank you, Clarence. Moses Lake. Wheelchair gamer, I'm not sure what you're asking with respect to Alabama. Will we be fine? I mean, Alabama at some point will come to, will be a DLC that gets released. I don't know when. At some point it will. I'm sure that's at least a couple of years off. Hello, Em. And I'm speeding again. Wonder I caught that guy. Well, we're coming into Spokane now. I would really like to get over, but I feel like I'm just too close to the guy in front. There he goes. I'm actually a little close to the guy behind, but he'll move or slow down. Okay, and Agent Strat, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Mississippi would come out first, I'm almost certain. It's got to. But then again, Iowa came out before South Dakota. But yeah, to get Alabama first, you'd have to have a big gap in the map. And Route 61 is in the game. US Highway 61 is in the game from Iowa down to Louisiana. Later on, hopefully, it'll be included in Minnesota. Welcome to Idaho. And now we can pick it up a little bit. To a respectable speed of 65 miles an hour. And yeah, could go faster if the speed limit allowed. Because this is not a world of trucks load. Yeah, Wim, I agree. Interstate 90 is beautiful. Starting in Seattle, crosses Lake Washington, Bellevue, crosses the Cascades, as we did earlier, and then Eastern Washington, including crossing the Colorado River, as we just did a little bit ago. And now Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, so we're in the Idaho Panhandle. Pretty soon we're going to cross over into Montana, and then we'll drive about 2/3 of the way across Montana on Interstate 90. Now, if we were going further east, when we get to Billings, I would have stayed on. Well, that's where Interstate 94 starts, so I would stay on 94 and go across the eastern Montana, all of North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and then cross back in because it merges back with 90 in Wisconsin. And then yeah, 90 is awesome. It does end in Boston. I did a run from Seattle to Boston once. Well, a suburb of Boston, and yeah, I took the route I just described. And so I got at Billings, I, transitioned to 94. And then in Wisconsin, I merged back with Interstate 90 and took 90 all the way to Boston. Speed limit's 85, and we got a lane closure up ahead. This must be one of those random road events. Well, that was brief. Well, whenever Alabama does come out, we're still doing the All States Challenge. It'll just be one of the states in the challenge if we're still doing it alphabetically. So this is our rest break here. Our rest stop. Lookout Pass. Well, I did not hit a sleep trigger, so let's double back and try it again. Here we go. Take a look at the map real quick. So we're gonna let's get right back on the freeway and head east again. We're not doubling back as it suggests. Don't have to. Let me get caught up on the chat here. I fell behind a little bit. So back here, Wheelchair Gamer was asking if Alabama would come out. There no state with B. I was trying to. Well, you can only go to states in the sequence, alphabetical sequence that exist. So there are no states that start with B. So we don't do Alaska because it's not part of the base game. Oh, Rick Rashid is here. I missed that. We missed you in yesterday's convoy, Rick. Let's see. Nick is here. You probably already discussed it, but I am disappointed in SCS pausing the World of Trucks events. I think some of their recent decisions have been disappointing. I did not discuss it. I'm disappointed in the thought that they won't hold a Cruise in Illinois event. I don't get it. I'm sure there's something else going on behind the scenes, like maybe they lost a key person that handles that, or as they say in the blog post, that they're just reorganizing. So we don't really know which it is. But if there's going to be something better that comes out on the other side of this, that's great. But not having a Cruising Illinois event will be disappointing. Vigner says, was that a hidden road? Not where I am, no. No hidden roads over here that I'm aware of, but of course there is this one right there. It goes over to Thompson Falls. That's one of the coolest hidden roads in the game. The GPS has no idea what you can't rely on a GPS, whether it's in the game or in real life. You have to be in charge of where you're going. So I know that I'm going to turn left right here and then double back. By the way, I don't need that. So now I guess it didn't clear that pin when I drove by it. That's odd. That's the way we're going right there. So 653 miles, 11 hours, 8 minutes of driving time estimated. But I'm actually going to drop a pin about 10 hours out, give or take. Yeah, well, that's 11 hours. If I run into a problem with time, I could always stop at this one. In fact, I think I'll just pull that pin back. Drop it there. That's 9 hours. Oh. Yeah, Nick, I always, now I haven't been doing them for as long as you have, but I always enjoy them. Wigner, I don't see that just driving 65 miles an hour simulates it. That's just driving 65 miles an hour. But we can, I don't know, maybe we can do something. I don't know. I know I still plan on doing them all. Yeah. But Nick said it's not the same. Okay. Because you don't get any special things to put in your truck. You know, like the little dangly thing. In fact, I think I've got one. Well, that's the Corona. But Boudreaux the Bear, that's from Louisiana. Cruising Louisiana. All right, let me do some shout outs here. And we'll move on to our next driving day. Thor Rasmussen, our top Euro truck driver for November 2025, and our top Euro truck driver for all of 2023. Matthew Roth, Pancake Man, Ken Beard, Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming, Road Trip Nerd, Ken Maselman, Hunter Tuller, our top ATS driver for August 2024. Let me go ahead and advance the time to 9 p.m. Leap. Future Endeavored, Wiz Nation, our top ATS driver for October 2025. Peter Evans, Ghost Vision Gaming. All right, I'll do some more after a bit. Well, Nick, I can't imagine not getting it. As much as we're all into the game. I'm going to get over here to get ready for the scale, which I'll probably get pulled into. Yep. Well, Nick, I appreciate that you're watching the Exploring series, and you don't have to have thousands of friends, but share it with the friends you have. The Exploring series videos get the least amount of views of all my videos. I like doing them, though. Yeah, Nick, Vigner's got a good point. When the Illinois comes out, it'll be part of the challenge. You're right about that, John. It's beautiful scenery. I always love driving through Montana. Well, Clarence, that's the beauty of video on demand. You can watch a video anytime you want. So you can always go back to it. Unlike a live stream, of course, even the live streams you can watch the replay later. But when a video comes out, you don't have to necessarily watch it that day. You can watch it at a later date. Oh. Maybe that's why I appreciate... Well, see, I appreciate Montana because it reminds me of Washington, which is where I grew up. But, yeah. When I was doing the corporate thing, I didn't get to see much of that. But maybe that's one of the reasons why I appreciate it so much. It's relaxing. And one of the things that I don't miss about my time in the corporate world is all the travel I had to do. Would not want to be traveling by air right now. Although I understand it's gotten better this week. I hate it. I mean, yeah, I just really didn't like traveling so much. Seems cool at first until it gets monotonous. Spend so much time sitting around in airports. You can get in line to get stuffled into an airplane body so you can sit on that for a couple hours. Hello, Matthew. Matt Wolter. Yeah, there's a members live stream tomorrow. What time it is is dependent upon where you are. For me, it's noon, 6 p.m. for the other live stream. By the way, speaking of Montana scenery, that area with all the trees that we passed through back closer to Idaho, one of my cousins, we all grew up in Washington State, but one of my cousins lives in western Montana now, and he shares photos on Facebook, and he just posted some the other day I was looking at, and I'm just, oh, I want to come and live there. And my oldest sister lives in Montana as well, western Montana. So yeah, one of my life goals, which at this point looks like it'll never happen, is that I would have liked to have moved to Montana. There were some areas I did some scouting while I was trucking, and there were some areas, in fact my sister lives in one of the areas, that I probably would have liked to have moved to. Western Montana is just gorgeous. Eastern Montana is also beautiful, and that's where the term big sky country comes from, because it's just wide open plains. You can see from just like the song says, you can see for miles and miles. Fell in love with Montana the first time I came to the state, which was long before I got into trucking. Clarence, can you clarify that a little bit? You said from Seattle to Washington? Because Seattle is in Washington. Yeah, John, that hidden road at Thompson Falls is pretty awesome. So now we're in eastern Montana. Well, he might have, Vigner. That's why I asked for clarification. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about the game. You can be tooling along, and a random train can be going by underneath you with a railroad crossing bell going off. Adds to the realism. So I think we are coming up on Laurel pretty soon. And that is where we get off the interstate. All right, wheelchair gamer, we'll see you later. Oh, it's what I get for not paying attention. I think we've got one more scale before we get off the freeway. Maybe. Somewhere east of Billings is where it starts to get that big sky country. I mean, you kind of got that here a little bit, except it's rolling hills. Here we are at Laurel. Nope. You know, there is just something about trains, and to have them in game like that, as if they would normally be there in real life, I think just adds a lot to the immersion. Sorry, Drive. I shouldn't laugh because I know it's got to be frustrating, but just trying to picture that. It could be a song. I fought the washing machine and the washing machine won. Hello. Hold on a tick. It's a hidden road I've never seen before. Can't go left. I have never noticed this all the times I've been here. But it's not showing up as an actual hidden road. It's just an area to explore. Oh well, still cool though. Hey, we've got a scale coming up. And a 45 zone. Oh yeah, this is going to be the where we cross into Wyoming. Yep, gotta stop. Another train. That one looks longer. Probably not, though. Let's see. Yeah, we got less than 4 hours remaining. And 3 hours of driving time to our destination. Lowell. And this is Wyoming. Ooh, red light. Might as well double up at the light. Laura's here. Wyoming is pretty awesome too, by the way. All of the western states, all of the states have their own natural beauty. Oh, there's our stop. Those are some old airplanes. Lowrider asks, why does the guy at the scale tell me my vehicle is not in perfect state? All I have is a little tire wear. I don't know. That's frustrating, frankly. I get the same thing. But if you go into your vehicle diagnostics, you can see some. Well, I don't. Actually, at the moment, I just have a little body damage. But that's not something to say your vehicle is not in perfect condition. Tire wear is normal. But it does simulate going through the inspection process, which you don't do all the time. Most of the time when you go to a scale, you're just getting weighed. It's rare that you actually get pulled in for an actual inspection. And most of the time, that's loud. Oh, did I get off the trigger? Most of the time, it's a document inspection. But I've had all levels. I've had document inspections, a lot of documents inspections, and I've gone through a lot of full inspections, so they check everything. Oh, I was going to do some shout outs there. I still have a few left to do. Where'd that guy come from? Whoa, buddy. I was going to pull in behind you. We have 123 miles to go. Jason Jackson, and welcome to the stream. And yes, I agree with that. It is annoying when they do that. There's another train. Yep, the AI vehicles are really annoying. I think we tried to go down that road before, and it turned out to be nothing. Well, Mikey, I'll be fine if I can keep it inside the lanes. Looked like a hidden road. Well, I can do some shout outs. John Whitesall, or Trucker John, our top ATS driver for August 2025. Tubby Jamboree, Tom Freer, Mohammed Helmi, Dogan Kinkert, Chapo 729, Dan Brewster, Large Caliber Gaming, Jacob Gamer WX, Rafael La Liberté, F Fast 3, Megatron Decepticon, Thermopolis. That's what we're rolling out of, Thermopolis. More beautiful scenery. Wind River Canyon, that's what that sign said back there. Okay, I gotta get back in the truck because I'm all over the place. Got that right, Nick. Oh, another one. Oh, we're gonna need fuel. Maybe I should have got it there. But we're almost to our destination. Ah. Hey, pilot. Kind of overshot there a little bit. I missed. Back in my days, when we got pulled over, the police would pull in front of you and light up a sign that said, "Follow me," and they would look at truck and trailer plus papers and logbook 1 week back. Yeah, back in the old paper log days, I think that's what the cops did. They'd look at the logs for like a whole week. But with e-logs, they didn't even look at that. They never wanted to look at my e-logs. I heard from a lot of other drivers that used to do paper. That's what they would do. And probably not always, but if the current day looked, or the day before looked a little suspicious, I think they would go back a whole week. Banff 2020, Chris C, Ananda Samudra, James Williams, Jordan, 1,211 miles. Rachel Emma, Wesley Tam, Alexander Whitman. That's everybody. 4.2. 768 hardcore points. That's awesome. Yeah, the 4.2, I'm sure, and I'll look at it later to confirm. But I don't have the mass for a 5-star. In fact, it's probably, hopefully, 2 stars for mass, and 4 stars for fines. What time is it? I want to do something. I want to go scope out that potential hidden road. It seems to me I checked it before. Yeah, that's an invisible wall because I've tried that one before. But you know what? It's really close to the other place, so I'll check it out. Pretty sure this is an invisible wall. Yep. And the same thing over there, but we'll check it out. Yeah, invisible wall. I thought it was going to be... Nope, it's hidden road. I mean, blocker. Invisible wall. Oh. Okay, I must have checked this before. Just forgot. I'm just gonna get out of the roadway and park here for now. I'll have to quick travel somewhere. Let's see. Well, Nick, you got to do all the right things. Drive at least 777 miles. That'll get you 5 stars in distance. You have to haul something that's at least 66,000 pounds. That will give you 5 stars in mass. You have to get 0 fines, 0 damage, and your fuel economy has to be, I forget what, but it's over 5 miles per gallon, I think. I don't remember what the exact number is. Distance, fines, damage, fuel economy, and mass. Yep. So I got a couple of 5 stars this week. 5.6. Okay. And Nick, you haven't found any hidden roads in Louisiana? Am I in your way? Oh, that was funny. Well, Nick, just because it's you, I'll show you hidden roads in Louisiana. So, let's see. There's one over here somewhere. I think there's one that goes from here over. I don't know why I don't have it. There's one here. So this is Lafayette. If you go out here to Smithfield or whatever that is in base game, this is a beautiful drive. You should really go check this out. Say hi to the alligators. It's a beautiful little drive. And there is a hidden road I haven't discovered yet here in Baton Rouge. I think it goes from right here over to here somewhere. And there are more. I don't remember off the top of my head. There's one in DeRidder. I think you turn off over here and then you follow it along somewhere. I don't remember where. I have it in my other profile. That's all I can remember off the top of my head. Yeah, this one you got to come check out. So it's south of Lafayette. Go out here to the Smithfield, and instead of turning into Smithfield there, you'll see the entrance to the hidden road right here. And then check it out. It's a beautiful drive. Not as cool as Thompson Falls, but it's still pretty cool because there's alligators, awesome trees, and then there's, like I said, there's another one over here somewhere. It's Texas. I think it's right here where my mouse is pointing. And then I wanted to read her. So I know there's more. I just haven't been to them yet. Oh, Nick, don't read too much into that. I think we'll see Winterland. I mean, it's March. They just announced that they're not going to do any events, cruising events just yet. I mean, we got months for them to get this sorted out, what they're doing, and have Halloween and the Woven Winterland events. So, no, I'm sure we'll be fine later in the year. We're probably just going to miss out on one cruising event. So, Natasha Duncan, welcome to the adventure. Why didn't I see that just now? Let's be delayed again. Okay, well, anyway, that's going to do it. That guy. Thanks for riding along, and thanks for leaving all the likes. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow we got a members live stream. And then, yeah, maybe Cruising Illinois will just be postponed. We'll see. We don't know. Democast is here. I'm guessing they made that announcement so that we don't expect a Cruising Illinois event. Possibly one for whatever ATS2 map DLC they release this year. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we'll have the Halloween and the Winter Wonderland again. So, we'll see y'all later.